welcome to Tutu's haw-lay. Today we are going to use our master board that I actually created this, I don't know, a couple of months ago, and I just now getting back to it. But the reason why I wanted to get back to it today is because a couple of days ago I saw on a pmartiststudio live that Mariah received some tags and some things from Carrie Griffith. And she made a little flip fold book, which is part of the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artist monthly collab. So the mother and daughter team is pmartiststudio, and then they have a Facebook group, Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artist. I thought it was on here. But anyway, great group of people. Love the new friends I'm meeting in that group and things that are going on. So today we're going to take this master board. I'm going to make tags. So the reason why I pulled these two out is I think I would want to keep them about this width. So that's about 4 inches wide. Yeah, 4 inches wide this way. And then for length, I think about 5.5 inches tall, or let's make it 6. So we're going to go, what did I say, 4 inches wide. We're going to do that first. Oh, how did I get so off? Okay, let's see. 4. Okay, why am I struggling with this? I don't know. Doesn't look even to me. Okay, here's 4 down here. But it doesn't look like it's 4 up there, does it? Because it's not. Okay, this does not have to be rocket science. I don't know why I'm trying to make it so difficult. Okay, close enough. So we're going to have 4 inches wide. And then, you know, you can make a lot of things from a master board. And normally I would have turned it over and cut it on the back side, so that I'm not necessarily paying attention to what ends up where. And let's see, this is not going to come out to be 4 inches, is it? Oh yeah, should be. Perfect. No, it is on one side, not on the other. Okay, we may still use that. It'll just be a little smaller. Okay, so we're going to go 6 inches long. Okay, it didn't work. I should have thought about that. It's just a tad off. And we'll go ahead and cut these just in case. And then one's going to be shorter. We already knew that. Okay, so now we are going to put this up, because if we need to make any more cuts, I can use the small guillotine, which works out better. All right, so the tops, I think I would rather have all the bottoms the same, and then the tops can stagger a little bit if that's what we're left with. So I am going to round the bottoms. I don't know, is that too wide? Did I go too wide? And keep in mind, this is your work. You do how, I mean, I know I've watched videos before where I'm sitting there going, no, use that color. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's not my work. And half the time, if we're being totally honest, I can't figure out. I have a hard time deciding for myself, so. Okay, so we're going to take our little corner cutter. I don't know what else to call it. We're going to snip off some of these corners. Okay, I'm going to pause you and come back when I have them done. Okay, we are back. We are back with all of the corners cut. So right now, this is what we have. And then these two are a okay, and the way she did this part is she had laid them out on tissue paper with just a little bit showing in between and actually I need it this way so that I can glue it on. Am I out of frame? And I guess we need to put this here backwards. That's where I was thinking that. And these are some jelly prints I did a few days ago. I think this stencil, if you can see it, is one of Darcy Sanders with Misadventures with Mixed Media. If you haven't seen her channel, you should go check her out. She does a lot of great things. And she just makes it look so easy going with the flow. Okay, so she put these on tissue paper. She left just a little bit of room in between each one of them. So it would look something like this. And then once she had them all glued down, so I still have another one. So let's start with gluing these first. And then I don't think we're going to completely finish this today, but we can give it a good try, right? All right, sometimes this glue works really well. Okay, so we want this on the back side. And what we're trying to do, or what we're going to do, is make a little flip book. And I think I started saying earlier that the prompts for the month of April for Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artist is, okay, let me see if I can get this right without looking it up. It's flip. Okay, I'm going to have to look it up. Flip fauna. Oh gosh, it's 4 F's. I will look it up and get back to you. So is that on the right side? Can't tell which is the painted side. we're going to go with this. Did I do that right? No, I didn't. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. In the grand scheme of things, whew, guys, this last couple of weeks has been rough. A lot going on. A lot of changes, a lot of medical issues with my husband. I mean, I'm starting to have my own medical issues. And the kicker of that is we're pretty healthy people for what I would have thought, but I mean, we usually try to get out and do some kind of exercise, even if it's walking. Now I want these to overlap a little bit to give it more strength. But like, they diagnosed my husband with AFib, and he has been a runner. Well, he's been a runner for years. I mean, we're about to be married 44 years in May, and he's been running ever since I've known him, pretty much. But anyway, long story longer, they are telling him that is, or the physician at the one hospital, at the Army hospital that we were going to, had said that the AFib was caused by over-exercising. That is actually a thing that usually, I don't know if people talk about it too much, because, you know, they all promote exercise, but, and I'm not saying exercise is bad for you, don't get me wrong. I believe everybody should be doing some form of exercise and moving their body daily. And I'm no expert, but this past week when we were at the hospital with him, his heart rate was kind of out of control, and they were trying to get him back down to below 100. He was running at about 150, a little over 150. So they're trying to get him back down to normal levels, so they focused on that first. But I cannot believe what one of the emergency doctors came in, or ER doctors, came in, and no, my husband had not had any alcohol at the time. This was, what, 6 o'clock in the morning during a weekday. And this ER doctor comes in, and we were saying, you know, he was diagnosed with AFib, so that's part of the reason why his heart rate was so high. And he proceeds to tell us that AFib is caused by alcohol. Well, of course, I did Google Doc and found nowhere that that's a cause of AFib. So I don't know where that was coming from, or why the doctor even thought that that was important to tell us. But, well, I guess one good thing out of the whole thing is my husband, for once, is going to stop drinking beer, which is usually what he I mean, that is his go-to, but anyway, I don't know how I got off on that. I guess my frustration, it's like you don't know. You go to an expert, which in this case would have been the physician, and you want them to help you. That's the whole reason you go. And if you're someone like me, you put off going to the doctor forever. So to take him in, and then you get so many different mixed messages. It's like, what is the truth and what is going on? And then they admit him to the hospital, and then they want to come in at the end and say, well, we're kind of stumped. You know, we want to call this transient global amnesia. But most people don't have that 3 times in 1 year. It's a very random thing, and this is the 3rd time that my husband has lost a day. Completely lost a day. And on this situation, it was even longer than that. He lost a day and a half. Okay, so we have one more. Let's see if we can make this one work. I might have to try to unplug this. Boy, is it coming out very slowly. It's aggravating. I have so many things that I would like to do and create and have a list going, but lately, boy, just trying to get motivated. I watch a lot of Darcy Sanders, which is Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I love hearing her chat, and she just makes things sound like, you know, so effortlessly. She's a lot of fun to listen to, and she comes up with, I mean, there's been times when I'll be watching her and thinking, woo, where's this going? And then it comes out to be stunning at the end. So, why did I start talking about Darcy? Oh, inspiration. Because lately, I think if it hadn't been for her, I probably wouldn't even be here doing this now. I'm just trying to say she's a good channel. She's got a good heart. She seems like she's very friendly driven. Okay, we're gonna, first thing on the list, gonna have to fix that glue. Oh no, it's not big enough. Oh, I have an issue. There we go. Problem solved. Now, I think I might want to come back over and gesso these. Let me put this lid on here, and then we're gonna cut, let me cut this out. I'll show you what I'm gonna do first, and then I will pause it so you do not have to sit and watch. I mean, you could always fast forward it too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim around all of the edges, leaving the middle part, because this is what's gonna do my flip and fold. Okay, hold please. Okay guys, got all of it trimmed around. I may take a little block of sanding paper and smooth out some of the edges. Another thing that I think I would like to do, oh, did I cut that? Oh, Jiminy. Let me see if I can get a piece here to hold this together. We're just going to do a little surgical work here. Can you see I got tired of fooling with that other glue right now until I can get it unstopped. I love artist glitter glue, but whew, it does get plugged sometimes really easy. Part of that could be because I always forget to put the lid back on, but who's counting? Okay, so now we have our flip book and we are ready to start decorating. So I guess my first thought is, do we want to try to do something with the cover, or I probably should let this dry. It's still filling, and I think I cut that one by accident too. I didn't mean to do that. Let's run just, which one was that? This one? Okay, that'll reinforce that a little bit. I'm definitely gonna need to let that dry. That's the only thing about glue stick, it doesn't dry as fast. Okay, we're going to let this dry, and I think I will call this done for today. No, it's not finished, but done for today. I'm going to let this dry, and then we can come back to this. Now, let me lay that over there, make sure it's... Well... I'm scared to lay it on the, yeah, it's too wet. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call this video for today. At least we got our flip book started. And then I will return sometime this week, hopefully, and get her finished. And I'm not going to say it'll be finished in another setting, because one thing I've been practicing lately is don't feel like I got to finish it during a video. If it requires more time, it requires more time. But I will be coming back with a video with some more stencils that I had received from pmartiststudio and I have not used yet. And I know there's several in there of several designers, but I know I have some from Darcy that I'm really itching to get to. Okay, I am doing this and started filming this because oh shoot, sorry, because after I did this book, the spines to me didn't feel very stable. It was, I don't know, floppy maybe is a better word. So I was trying to reinforce the stability, I guess, of this little spine here. And then as I was doing that and bending it back and forth, I saw that where this washi tape was coming up. So now, then I started trying to glue it back together. Okay, if we open it this way, it would fold out like this. And this would be the other side of it. All of these are tissue jelly prints. And then I was going to dig out some envelopes that I had received recently. Or what I may do is send this to my April swap partner. There's oh, this one's coming off too. It's kind of why I was folding this, to see if we had any more. SP from pmartiststudio would call it crap tape, washi tape, same thing. I think some of it you get is not very sticky, and then some of it is. Just never know.
There. That looks good, didn't it?